Katharine, welcome to you. You've stirred up a hornet's nest. They're not very happy with you.
No, they aren't. And, I do find it interesting how they're saying I'm stopping girls from doing science when our 2019 GCSE results, the last time there were national exams, our Progress 8 put our maths department as top in the country, our science department as the third best in the country. All of our children do double or triple science up to GCSE. Now, we were talking at the committee about why children across the country why girls might not take STEM. And I was explaining...
So, Katharine, I know what STEM is because I'm a parent, but just STEM meaning...
Yeah, so engineering, maths, it's all the sciences. Yeah. And they wanted to know why that was. And I said, well, there are various reasons, environmental reasons, cultural reasons. And for 20 minutes, I spoke about those cultural reasons, why girls might not take those subjects. And I said it was important to address those cultural issues, just as we have done at Michaela, which is, of course, one of the reasons why we get such great maths results and such great science results. I then was asked specifically about Michaela. And so I explained that our A-levels in biology and chemistry have 65% girls, but our physics A-level has 16%, which is, of course, far fewer. And they said, well, why is that? Why is that? Now, what I ought to have done was explain that I feel we have controlled for the environmental issues. I talked at length about bringing in a variety of different role models to have people, and I said it was hard for head teachers. Where do you get speakers to come in? I just go on Twitter because of who I am, and I say, come and speak at my school, and I get a variety of people who come in. Much more difficult for other head teachers. And of course, when you get people to come in and speak, you think about making sure that you address some of your vulnerable groups, and you show them people in various fields who might be female or who might be ethnic minority and so on. We do all of that. We also have excellent teaching and excellent discipline. And I explained at length why girls might not take science if they are in an environment which is more chaotic, because it's the vulnerable groups in the end that end up falling off the side.
Katharine, your girls are taking science. As you've made clear, 65% chemistry and biology. They are taking science, but they're just not taking physics.
Exactly. So I was saying, look, we have got an environment here where the girls are really doing this stuff. We have controlled for various issues that are environmental. And so there must be something else going on, right? Maybe they don't want to do physics. And the fact is that most kids, when they say they don't want to do physics, whether they're girls or boys, they say they don't want to do it because of the hard maths. And they like science, but they'd rather do biology or chemistry. I also made the point that I'm not saying biology is easier. Biology is just as hard. It's just different. It's hard in a different way. And girls, my girls, prefer that. Now, of course, they cut the quote in such a way so it made it look like I was saying girls across the country, that's the case. And I had spent 20 minutes talking about all of the environmental factors that I thought might contribute to girls not choosing science.
Katharine, they did a number on you. They did a number on you. And they did a number on you because you're the czar for social mobility, because you're somebody who stands up for the idea of creating a disciplined environment where children can learn. Deeply unfashionable, happens to be true. They don't like it.
Yes, although I would say that, when I was saying girls might naturally not want to do it, I was defending the choices of my girls. And I was saying, look, they have been in an environment where we have looked after the culture as such, and I don't believe that they are not choosing physics because they're somehow being brainwashed or by being influenced by this negative culture. And I think the reason why some of these people are convinced, well, there must be, is because they believe unless you have 50% girls, 50% boys, and unless you have equal representation of the national picture, you are then somehow letting children down. And I would say that that's the wrong goal to have. The evidence is out there to show that women are generally more empathetic, and that men are more systematic. That does not mean that there are not brilliant female scientists, brilliant women physicists. I've got a lot of my staff here, science and maths, who are female, and they are brilliant. So I'm not saying that's not possible. Of course, it's more than possible. What I was saying was, well, they don't want to do it, and perhaps, given that we have controlled for all the environmental reasons, perhaps they genuinely don't want to do it because women are more empathetic. It's just, we've got the wrong goals. It's right to create an environment where we encourage all children.
The 50 thing isn't a goal. It's a dogma. It's a religious dogma that defies the reality of people's life choices on the ground. I've got Peter Whittle alongside me, Catherine, who's got a view on this. He's going to put that to you,
yes.
Peter.
I mean, Catherine, I would just simply take it as a one massive compliment. You know, when they attack like this, particularly when they use the language they use, which we hear in all sorts of different areas now of public life. It's just that, you have committed a heresy. You've gone against what they call the blob. You know this, you've spent your life doing it. I've been to Catherine's school, actually. I mean, and it's a wonderful school. So frankly, I think I think you are annoying the right people.
Well, I don't mean to annoy them. And I was a bit clunky with my language, and I get that. And unfortunately, the press always see me coming, and they sit there waiting, and then they take something and they cherry pick it and they put it out there without explaining that I spent 20 minutes talking about the environmental reasons for why girls might not take science, and that I was giving advice on how to help schools achieve what we have achieved. They've ignored all of that, and they take one little thing and then say that I'm, as you've just quoted, Colin, that I'm preventing girls choosing sciences for decades.
For generations.
I mean, it's just...
For generations. For generations. And, what's slightly chilling about it is these are people, really, who are dealing these are empiricists. These are people you would expect to be really careful about how they measure things. And that's loose language. It's loose language, and it's ad hominem, and it's directed at you. Anyway, I've made my feelings clear. Katharine Birbalsingh, thank you so much, and good luck with your physics A-level students this year.
Welcome to the GB News YouTube channel. You can watch us live 24 hours a day, catch up on your favourite shows, and join in the conversation in the comments below.
Don't forget to subscribe and you'll never miss any of our exclusive content.